Amazing grace, how
For Mom, most of her memories stayed in the house in Brookfield. That's the time she remembers when all the kids lived there. One of the things I loved is Mom was so proper until she got mad. Then came the French swear words that we would never understood, but we just knew we better run or. Honestly think our childhood was extremely blessed. Mom and Dad were great parents. Mom just she taught us whatever we wanted to know, she would teach us. I mean, taught me how to sew a button on and hem a pair of pants and cook and made me a perfect housewife, I'll tell you. When they got to Florida, Mom also went through 3 cancer procedures with Dad, heart surgeries. So the lady was a tough cookie. She really, even though her appearance was always to me more fragile. She was like a rock to my dad. After Dad passed, they wanted to move Mom up to memory care. I fought it. I said nope. I would rather go there every day and work with her, and I did. I got her in a really good place. That was a year after my dad died, and my mom was probably at the best she was in the last 4 or 5 years. I got her wearing flannel shirts. I got her wearing hoodies. And I would be like, Dad, I got the lady in a hoodie, because Mom was always those same blueprint shirts. She still. Um, in year 5 to 6, she met Frank. Frank was another resident. He had dementia. Him and Mom clicked like 2 little school kids. It was the staff thought it would bother me, and it was so good to see Mom so happy. I realized that after a year of my dad being gone, the only memories Mom had left of Dad was that he was very sick. She couldn't remember growing up. She would ask me questions. Was Dad a good dad? Did he hit you guys? And it hurt so much that she didn't remember all that stuff. Um, I made, and I'm going to bring it to lunch, but I made a little photo book of Mom's life, Mom's siblings, her children, and labeled everybody and sister-in-laws and she carried that book around like a Bible in her walker so she could tell people these are my children. Um, and it was hard. It was hard to make that little book because old photographs were old Polaroids. Some stuff was on computers. But anyway, she at that point she had met Frank, and what Frank was to Mom, Daddy couldn't hear her the last 2 years. He was so deaf. Mom would always say he's not listening to me, and I'm like, Mom, he is. He just doesn't hear you. Frank would just sit there so attentive and taking every word, and hold her hand, and it was wonderful. It was just so wonderful. I came one day at my normal time, and she came outside, and she's standing there, and she just had this like, I don't know, sneaky little look. I'm going on a date. I said, "You're going on a date," and she goes, "Yes." And I said, "Would that be with Frank?" And she goes, "Yes." And he was standing in the doorway. I said, "Where are you guys going?" "Oh, we're going out to the gazebo." And they went out there every afternoon and watched the squirrels, and it really gave her happiness for that year. And Frank became my new
Son.
son. Yes, he's still yes, son. Yes. But this past year, poor Mom went through so much stuff. It was a very difficult year. She fell. I think she fell the same week I had my neck surgery, so I wasn't there. Um, and I was the only one that really understood that tumor. So when she fell, she wasn't bruised, but the tumor had moved an eighth of an inch, and that eighth of an inch just wreaked havoc on her. She went from hospital to skilled nursing to hospital to skilled nursing. Um, at the last skilled nursing, when she was getting better, I was visiting her, and one of the nurses came in and said, "Oh, bonjour, mademoiselle," and Mom just started speaking French to her, and I'm sitting there going, "Oh my God," and so Mom and her were just having conversations, and I said to the nurse, I'm like, "What did Mom say?" And she has 4 boys and no girls, and I'm like, "Oh my God," because Mom never spoke like that, so it was good. And that was right about the time she went back into Grand Villa and we got her into memory care. And when she got back, she was reintroducing herself to the residents instead of, they're saying, "Oh, Georgette, oh, it's Georgette now." Okay, okay. It was Georgette Lucier. It's like, okay. And it was so funny. The last few months, I did everything. Mom stayed so positive. She was so appreciative. She was so happy. She thanked anybody that helped her. She would tell people, "It's so nice you came and visited me." I know in April, Jen came down in April and walked in with me, and mom didn't remember people. She remembered the people that she saw, but she looked at Jen and went like this, and she was like, "You came to see me?" And I said, "Mom, do you know who that is?" And she goes, "She belongs to you." I took that. I'm like, "You're in there, Mom." And she never stopped being a mom. Even the whole time, if the boys called her, she would ask about their families. She was always fine. Her and Dad were always fine. And her and I we just got so close the year after my dad died. We would have songs. We played cards 3 times a week. We had songs that if certain songs came up on the radio, I would say, "Cards down, time to dance," and because it was getting her moving, and we would get up and dance to those songs, and then we would go back. So I am gonna miss her. I am really gonna miss her. I wish she didn't have to go through what she did the last 7 months, 10 months, excuse me. I know she's in a much better place. I'm so happy she's with Dad. And if anyone wants to talk to Mom, Frank said Frank said she's living in the TV set that I gave her of Mom's, and he talks to her through the TV set. And he wants me to come over so bad to talk to Mom through him through the TV set.
I think you said at least once.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But to end this, I'm so grateful that I had her and my dad. Love her to death, literally. Love her to death. And Dad made me promise. This was the hardest thing. Dad made me promise on his deathbed. He held my hand and he says, "You're going to take care of your mother, right?" I said, "Dad, of course." He goes, "Nope, you promise me. Promise, promise." I said, "Dad, I promise." And the days I got aggravated, I would go, "Damn you, Dad." Damn you, Dad. But, yeah, bless Mom. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice resolution.
I got through it, yeah. I think I've had enough time to calm down.
Thank you. And now the time to take her to the place of rest.
Right this way. Did you want to carry it for last time?
Oh, Mom, of course I'll carry Mom.
You want me to take a picture?
Sure. I love that picture.
You want me to take a picture?
Yeah, well, we're gonna walk over now.
Okay.
Right this way.